And welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to another Charlevoix Raider broadcast here with Next Level Broadcasting. Shane Smith, you got Isaac. What's his Isaac? Got Isaac running the camera tonight, and Emma Brown running producer. And I got special guest here with me, color commentating tonight. Ann Gorney not able to join me, so I bring along another great friend of mine from Charlevoix, also another well-known person, for a number of different reasons, not the least of which she was Venetian Queen this past year, Avery Kita.
Hi, Shane.
Hi, Avery. Nice to have you along, and thank you for coming.
Well, thanks. It's great to be here. I'm excited.
So, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a good game on tap. Well, we certainly hope it will be. 4-0 Charlevoix taking on 1-3 Benzie Central. Benzie will probably be Charlevoix's biggest competition so far this season outside of the Game 1 Unionville-Seaboing matchup. Back at the beginning of the season, if you recall, when we went down to Clare, they have actually gone undefeated since that close loss to Charlevoix. They're in the top 10 in Division 8 right now, and they're facing the number 1 team in Division 8 tonight, Harbor Beach. So we'll be tuning into that game. If Unionville-Seaboing is able to pull out the win, that'll give Charlevoix a little boost in playoff points. And we can bring up that graphic right now, actually. Right there we are. Charlevoix currently sits second in District 1, Region 1. This graphic brought to you by Snooze to You. Kind of keeps track of every single division in the state of Michigan for football playoff points. Charlevoix would right now be second in District 1, which is the northernmost district, behind only Menominee, which has, of course, been a big foe of ours the last few years. Right now we would be hosting Harrison in the first round of playoffs. But if Unionville-Seaboing were to beat Harbor Beach, then that would give us a nice boost to get a little bit closer to that Menominee mark. So that's what we're looking for tonight. In the meantime, Charlevoix comes down here to Benzie Central to take on the 1-3 Huskies, as we just mentioned a moment ago. Oh, yes, let's bring that up. Thank you. And these are our pregame sponsors as well. Charlevoix comes into this game so far outscoring their opponents 143-25. Benzie was able to put 20 points against St. Francis. So this will be kind of an interesting test, measuring stick for the Raiders in the way, in the fact that St. Francis and Boyne City are the two biggest teams that Charlevoix likes to compete against.
Indeed.
Even though St. Francis is up to Division 6 now. Charlevoix would like to say, hey, St. Francis allowed Benzie Central to score 20. We'd like to see 14 or 12.
Exactly.
So it'll be interesting to see, Avery. I'll bring you in here. Some thoughts. Obviously, you know a lot of these students still. As we welcome you into our Charlevoix Ace Hardware, Traverse City, Cherry Capital Airport, and Bingham Insurance pregame show. Talk a little bit. Obviously, we've got homecoming next week for the students, so a big game here. They want to make the statement when going up against it'll be Elk Rapids coming to town next week.
100%, yeah. So when Charlevoix is going to come into the next homecoming game, they obviously want to come in with a positive mindset and ready to win attitude. So getting this win away today is definitely going to be something that will be beneficial for their mindset coming into next week's homecoming game.
No doubt about it. And a couple other points of interest so far. We were talking about kind of rankings, playoff points, so on. So Charlevoix right now is ranked number 6 in the state according to the MHSAA coaches poll. And Benzie Central also, they've been building momentum in the last couple of weeks of play here. Benzie Central has. They scored a triumphant win over Tawas. 56-0 was the score there in that game. So we'll see. Obviously, it's homecoming night here in Benzie as well. Charlevoix will be next week. So emotions running high here. Got a nice crowd on hand, and the marching band's coming out on the field. So we'll be seeing how Charlevoix kind of compares. Obviously, Benzie's going to be bringing their A game to this game to try and make a statement for the home crowd. Any final thoughts here, Avery, before we send it to a quick break and get into our national anthem and all that good stuff in just a few moments?
Yeah, I'm very excited to see how Charlevoix shows up against Benzie today. I think that they have competed very well against the other 4 teams that they've played. So let's see how they do against Benzie. I'm very excited.
All right, sounds good. Thank you. We're going to step away here for a couple of quick words from our good sponsors and come back after this for the national anthem and get in to kickoff. Stay tuned.
All right, guys, here's what we get.
BC Pizza, hometown handmade gourmet.
Coach, what do? We get BC Pizza.
BC Pizza, BC Pizza.
With unique gifts, home accessories, wedding items, and so much more. The Lake House on Bridge Street offers so many things to make your home or even your visit to Charlevoix that much more special. When you want beautiful items that reflect Charlevoix the beautiful, stop in or visit them online at thelakehouseCharlevoix.com for your own keepsake and your own personal memory of Charlevoix.
The Villager Pub has been a mainstay in Charlevoix dining culture for over 40 years. Situated right downtown, their friendly and experienced staff will make you feel right at home from the days of a bygone era. With a wide selection on tap and an expansive menu to pick from, sit back and relax in the pub and enjoy their eclectic 1950s era memorabilia. Stop in and see them today at 427 Bridge Street or visit them online to look at their menu at thevillagerpub.com.
Hi, I'm Orion, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installations, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike other service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding your gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
And welcome back in. They extended the pregame clock on us a little bit, so we got a little bit more time to talk about some things. Again, with our Charlevoix Hardware, Traverse City, Cherry Capital Airport, and Bingham Insurance pregame show. Shane Smith, Avery Keita talking to you about some stuff coming up, not only with the football team, but a little bit of information about a couple of our other teams as well, starting with the golf team, Avery.
Yeah, so
which you were a part of.
I was a part
high
of
school, yeah.
4 years.
All-state athlete.
All-state athlete. I tried.
Yeah.
But we have, so from what I know, there's a 4-freshman golf team. I did see that they got their varsity letters, so that's always exciting. I remember
good.
the first time I got my varsity letter.
Yeah.
I cherish that moment. It's very fond. So, yeah.
Good. Then we've got, obviously, Hunter.
Hunter Eaton, our cross-country star. Yeah, last year, I believe in track, he won the state competition in, I believe, the 2-mile or 1 mile, one of the two. But, I mean, he's an amazing runner. Every single meet that I watched him at was just amazing, stunning. His finish was just, I mean, it's intimidating, to say the least. I wish I could run as fast as he could.
Yeah, and speaking of intimidating players here, we finally see the Raiders coming on to the sideline over there. Even Benzie Central seems to be ahead of schedule a little bit as they've stopped their band pregame play for a moment. But let's see here. So we've got some great players to watch tonight. Obviously, there's the home crowd. You can probably hear them on our mics. Again, homecoming night here in Benzie. Very exciting atmosphere. You got, of course, Ian Moran, who can pound the rock through just about anything. Get, sometimes 3-4 touchdowns a game. That's what we've seen the last couple of weeks.
Indeed.
So, great contributor from him.
And then we have Garrison Starrett here. Garrison Starrett, I know he has some wheels on him, so I've seen a multitude of touchdowns with him in just a quarter, maybe. So, yeah.
And another great young gentleman who's got some fast speed is Kalen Titus, an up-and-coming sophomore. And that's one great thing about this team, so loaded with some very talented sophomores. So we'll have a great team for years to come. He's been really making himself available, getting some great catches. We've seen him get some touchdowns here the last couple of games as well. So be on the lookout for him. And, of course, Colin Jess, our quarterback,
Yeah, so Colin Jess, I mean, I've got to experience him not only seeing him on the football field, but also as a pole vaulter on the track team. It's just, I mean, it is a sight to see. I mean, you see someone go up 15 feet high, what are you going to think? With just a piece of fiberglass.
I know.
It's pretty amazing.
I certainly wouldn't be on the pole vault squad, that's for sure. And you've got, rounding out our players to watch, of course, you can't forget about our linemen, Sawyer Blazik, Andrew Grogan, and the Glass Boys, doing an excellent job stuffing anything that they see, but also giving Colin Jess plenty of time in the pocket to make those excellent passes that we've seen so far this year. So that line has been awesome for the Raiders so far.
Indeed, yeah.
So we are going to send it down to the field as we get into our national anthem here in just a moment. We'll be back on the other side of this. Don't go anywhere.
And everyone able, please stand at attention, placing your hand over your heart as the Benzie Central Musical department plays the national anthem.
Welcome back in at a beautiful rendition of the national anthem and a combined effort between the Benzie Central Marching Band as well as a wonderful sounding choir group down there. That's not something that we typically see out on the field, so they did a great job, and we're happy to have them out there.
It was beautiful.
It was beautiful. No doubt about it. So with that, as the band gets off the field, the teams are about to get ready to get on the field, and we've got the sun in our eyes here for about another 20 minutes to half hour. So we'll work through that right along with you, ladies and gentlemen, and give you the best calls we can. Well, we got a spotlight in our eyes.
It's okay. We're just trying to catch our good side here, you know.
Well, that would be more reserved for you. I don't know if I have much of a good side, but
you know,
appreciate the confidence booster.
Mrs. Gorney likes to say, you know, you're a free bachelor here.
Oh, yeah.
You weren't going to get away from it.
No, I wasn't. I hope she's listening right now because she's going to get a kick out of that.
I know. She's my math teacher. She was your math teacher. She ever was a science teacher as well, or?
No,
I didn't have a science teacher, but I mean, she's one of the best math teachers that I've ever had.
Yep. Certainly a great addition to our. Oh, we already have a player taking a tumble out there in the field. Certainly a great addition to our high school culture and history over the last 25 plus years. Ann Gorney has, and so many other great faculty members that we've had the chance to work with, and they've even made appearances on our show as well. Anthony Troshak has done a few games with us, so we're happy to have such a great community here in our school, not only teachers and faculty, but the players as well out there in the field representing Charlevoix well each and every week, as they'll be receiving the ball first tonight. Benzie kicking this one away to begin. We got 34, Lane Sanchez kicking this one off for Benzie. Kaylin Titus will be, attempted to field it right about the 27-yard line, got knocked out of bounds to make sure he didn't get anywhere upfield. So that's where the Raiders will be taking off.
You know, and it's always great, Shane, to secure the ball on that first kickoff. It's always got nerves going into the game. So securing that ball, just getting it inbounds, and making sure that you make the play. That's all they got. And now the offense has the turn to go out, make a good play, hopefully get some points on the board.
Yeah, Kaylin Titus didn't have to do anything flashy there, just fall on the ball.
Keep it secure.
That's right. And the Raiders will be beginning, it looks to be about the 20.
Up the middle with Ian Moran.
6-7 yard line. Yeah, Ian Moran getting a solid run, breaking away, and finally brought down just short of midfield. Shoestring tackle there by Pritchett was the tackler there. Number 21, Parker Pritchett. There we are. Again, that sun making it hard to make out numbers here for at least a few minutes. So bear with us. But nonetheless, Ian Moran gets a great run all the way up to the 50-yard line. So Raiders already starting off emphatically in this game. Moran will be right there behind Jess to begin on this snap. And that'll be a quarterback keeper. Yep, works his way to about the 45. Still going. Made it through the line. Finally brought down, gets that first down to about the 30.
That was a great run after contact.
Yeah. No, he really did power his way through it. And Colin Jess, a very upstanding young man. Had him on the postgame interview a couple weeks ago. Nice thought-out answers from him. So nice to see a good, solid young man, not only on the field, but academically as well. Taken over for quarterback after his older brother, Brady Jess, the last few years, who is, of course, a Division I athlete wrestling for Michigan State. We have our first timeout already. So that will give us a chance to thank our first fine sponsor of the day, Bingham Insurance. Running a small business can be risky, and Charles knows all about that with Next Level Broadcasting. One thing you can't lead to chance is your insurance coverage. Bingham Insurance wants, thank you, Avery, to help keep you covered from the unexpected from happening. That's Bingham Insurance Company representing auto owners insurance.
Next, we have Professional Seamless Gutters. Your home gutters are always there when you need them to be. So, and our good friend Orion Benningo, that's why he's started Professional Seamless Gutters. Professional Seamless Gutters offers fast and experienced service and real-time quotes. But wait, there's more. They'll actually answer your phone call. That's Professional Seamless Gutters at 989-619-3407, and tell them we sent you.
There you are. Coming back into it here after the timeout. Raiders marching their way down to the 32 at the moment. That'll be Garrison Starrett taking care of the rock this time again, breaking contact a number of times, finally brought down inside the 25.
Wow, Charlevoix had a lot of yards after contact. That's very impressive.
So it'll be a solid 8-yard run for that young man. Be a 2nd and short 2 coming up here right at the 23. Minute and a half gone by, just about so far in this game. And again, we want to welcome you all in to what is a gorgeous late September evening here. Couldn't be asking for much better weather. We've had much worse so far this season already. Another run up the gut once again. That'll be enough for the first down and a few more. Inside the red zone for the first time tonight with Moran taking care of business once again. Full core receivers out here on the field. Trips the top and bottom, one in motion there with Kalen Titus. It'll be another run up the center. It's been working well so far, but the Huskies sniff that one out. There's pun number 1 for the night.
Okay, we're starting to tally here, Shane.
We are. Gain of about 4. One of the shortest gains so far in this game for the Raiders. Landon Whistler comes out here with new marching orders from the sidelines. Moran in pistol there behind Jess. And he'll tote the rock, gets around the line, still going on his feet, breaks the tackle, and that is the first Raider touchdown.
We got 6 on the board there.
He did.
And I've noticed that we've got a new kicker, Peter Yonchulis, I believe. And when I was watching him warm up, I believe he's also a lefty, which is few and far between.
Yeah, it is.
So it's pretty amazing to see that we got a kicker out there with a strong leg. I believe he was kicking from about the 25 earlier, and that was very impressive.
And ladies and gentlemen, we're doing our best to get around. There's a 50-50 ticket taker right in front of your camera. You can see. So we're doing our best there. Unfortunately, we can't do much about it. But Yanchulis gets the extra point through. You were able to see that. So that'll be a quick 7-0 start for the Raiders after 2:45 gone by on the game. We'll step aside for our first commercial break. In game time, we'll be back on the other side of this.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in Northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your Northern Michigan connection.
Ace is the only hardware retailer that carries Benjamin Moore paint at over 3,800 stores. With Benjamin Moore's premium quality, huge selection of colors, plus Ace's award-winning service, you can be confident you're getting the best. Then buy in store or online for curbside pickup or free delivery. When you want the best, Benjamin Moore paint from Ace. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their paint.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Good. Okay, good. Yeah, and welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. The 50-50 ticket taker is now out of the way. So, again, we do apologize for missing that first touchdown of the game brought to you by Ian Moran, but there wasn't much we could do about it. So the Raiders will be kicking off here. It'll be 9:18 to go in the first quarter once the Huskies get the ball back in their paws.
Oh, my gosh.
Number 2. Thank
Okay.
you.
Alrighty then.
Down 2-0. You
Gosh,
got to
I'm
catch
down
up.
2-0. I gotta work on some here.
And it'll be a line drive down to about the 22. It's picked up, and the Raiders get on top of it in no hurry
That was
whatsoever.
by Peter Yonchulis, our kicker, actually. And again, the sun is getting in our eyes, so we only saw who tackled, but not who received. So I believe it was a single-digit number.
It was a single-digit number. Might have been. At first, I thought it was 3, so it was probably 8 Dane Gillison.
Okay.
We'll work on that. First
right.
and 10 here for the Huskies. We'll see on their first drive if they're more bite than they are bark.
Okay.
Number 3.
3-0.
Okay. With Rowan Zickert under center here, your QB tonight for the Huskies.
Oh,
Raiders
and it
allowed
looks like number 21,
Yep.
Parker Pritchett, was clawing for every inch that he could get
there
there.
you go.
There we go.
3-1.
3-1.
So it'll be 2nd and 9 for the Huskies. He was able to break through the initial line, got an extra yard as he fell forward. As they break out of the huddle here, we've got a young gentleman tying his shoes. That'll be Pritchett. Pritchett and Zickert. 1-2 duo out there in the field. Trips to the bottom of your screen. And it'll be another haul up the center by Pritchett, or at least he attempted. The Raiders gained up on him in a hurry. Did get about a yard, so the 3rd, roughly 8 to go for the Huskies.
So instead of a huddle, would you call it a pack? A herd?
That's a bit of a stretch there.
I would say that.
I don't know. Emma's a tiebreaker.
I said, oh, well, the huddle's a bit of a pack. Would you call it a pack?
We could call it
Okay,
a pack.
mhm.
All right. Back into it here. A little flick back over to Finn Smith and the Raiders thought and play. And it is a loss of 4 there, so it'll be 4th and 12 for the Huskies to punt this one off. And speaking of Emma and Avery, this is only the 2nd time in NLB history that there have been more women than men in a broadcast booth. So there you go.
Woohoo. Girl power.
And away we go. Nice.
That was a good
kick.
punt.
All the way
Yeah,
down to the
receives.
35. Past the 40, the 45, and he'll be pushed out of bounds right about the 49. Again, Lane Sanchez there. Great kicker for the Huskies. But a nice return there to chew up some of those yards by Ian Moran.
I don't want to talk about it. We're 4-2 right now. I'll get there.
Okay.
I'll get there.
Catch up, baby tomato.
Hey, it's my first
That
game.
is your first game.
What number is this for you?
I don't even want to know. It's been a bunch. But it's been a lot of fun here working with the Next Level Broadcasting so far, and being able to do this for my hometown and get some experience from other towns as well, as Ian Moran takes that one off the handoff of. And we get about 2 yards between him and Jess. Now they'll move the stick a little bit more, give him a short 3. Working his way into Huskies territory. I had one lined up, but I decided I'd save it for later if I was ever down on the count.
Well, I'm definitely down on the count right now. So you might want to share some with me if you'd like.
I like winning too much.
Yeah. It's okay. I like to win fair and square.
I know. So is we just mentioned here, 2nd and 7 for the Raiders. Husky 47, 6:43 to go in the first quarter. This time it'll be shotgun. Twins the top and bottom. Kalen Titus in motion. It'll be a keeper instead. Colin Jazz breaking away for a Raider touchdown.
Is that the first play of the second
play after the
second offensive
Yep.
possession?
That's right. The Raiders go up by 12, so apparently the initial kick, at least according to the scoreboard here by Peter Yanchulis, was a little bit off. So it'll be 12-0. He was 7 for 7 last week against Oscoda. Ball was flying high against the Owls there. I won't count that one against you.
And it looks like they're going to go for 2.
Yeah. All right. Raiders want to get this back to what was supposed to be a proper 14-0 score, but refs playing things dead for a moment. It looks like we got to adjust the pants there a little bit on Ian Moran. Here we go.
Oh, trick
Ian
play.
Moran, yeah, he gets the nice pass off there to Carter Greenacre. And the Raiders convert on to 14-0 with still over half the first quarter to go. So Raiders off to a strong start. Thought they might be. So we're going to stay right here as we work through our lineup. Knock out some of our live reads. First, we have Charlevoix State Bank. During a time of mergers, acquisitions, and name changes, the founders of Charlevoix State Bank saw a need for a truly local bank focused on our community and strong customer relationships. Those values continue to drive us today as we support high school athletics through our support of tonight's game.
Next, Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport. Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport is your gateway to northern Michigan, and now is the time to fly Traverse City. Traverse City Airport will also get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. To plan your next getaway, visit traversityairport.com.
Yep. 7 different airlines taking you to 20 different destinations across the continental United States. I've utilized them a few different times. So has so many other of our Next Level Broadcasting members. And, of course, Airport CEO manager there, Kevin Klein. You've seen him on the ads a number of times this season. A great gentleman, a fond supporter of Next Level Broadcasting. I had the chance to meet him a few different times, so we're happy to have him as part of our wonderful sponsorship crew here for Charlevoix, which is a long, long list. We are far and away the best supported broadcast group of Next Level Broadcasting. So thank you to all of our community members for that as we get a kick there, fielded about the 38. Falling on it once again is Pritchett, kind of the do-it-all man for the Huskies at the moment.
I believe that was actually Carson Vincent, number 81, who fell on it.
Uh-oh.
Line number 2, yep.
Yep. Yeah, I think you're right. Okay. So, Huskies have pretty good field position here, starting at their own 39, farther than what they got to on the first drive. See what they can make of it. First pass play of the game works for them. Good connection there. Rowan Zicker.
Brought down by a host of Raiders.
Yeah.
I believe that's enough for a first down.
It is indeed. Zachary Hendrick hauling that one in right to just short of midfield. The Huskies get their first down. Some good howls from the homestand.
All right, we're going to 5 and 2.
Thank you.
For me. You know what? I'll come back.
Yeah.
Watch
There's
me.
plenty of game.
You know, there's a nickname for me. It's called the Comeback Queen.
Oh,
so
is
if
it?
I don't live up to my name tonight, oof.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll have to see. You're down 3 at the moment. Oh, and we got a fumbled snap there. Thankfully for the Huskies, Zicker was able to fall on it. This will be a loss of about 5, bringing up 3rd and I thought it was supposed to be 2nd and 15, but I guess 3rd and 15. The board says 2nd. The chain gang says 3rd. I believe the board is correct. So we'll go with the board. 2nd and 15. Huskies backed up to their 45 and a half. Zicker with Pritchett behind him.
Oh, wow. Brought down by...
number of Raiders once again.
Wow.
Big sack there.
Pridionchulis and Andrew Glass, it looks like.
Yeah.
He broke through the line there. This is a great play.
So it looks like Gillison was able to take that. He switched numbers. We'll have to make that adjustment on our roster. He's wearing number 0 out there on the field. Or else I would have been much more excited about that call. I saw his number. I'm like, wait a minute, that's not right. We don't have a number 0. So now it is 3rd down. It'll be 3rd down in Traverse City, or 3rd down and 21. And that'll be a high snap. Zickert able to grab onto it, gets it off in the nick of time, but it'll be no good. Hits the dirt harmlessly. So the Huskies will be backed up pretty much exactly to where they began this drive. Back to their own 38, and they'll have to punt this one off. Still in the first quarter, 4:15 to go in the first quarter. There's a lot of game time left here for the Huskies to try and wrangle some points together. But the Raiders clamping down so far on both sides of the line. That was a reach. I won't count that one. But a nice punt and return by Ian Moran once again. He breaks through. And, just stepped out of bounds there at the 30. Or else he had nothing but green grass in front of him. So they'll back him up to about the 35. A hope and a prayer grab. I believe it was Eli Kunzer, number 63 out there. Just pushed him out of bounds in the nick of time. Or else, once again, that would have been a return for 6. Raiders. Go ahead.
We have a lot of multi-sport athletes on this Charlevoix team, though.
Indeed, we do.
Number 5, Carter Greenacre, also a basketball star. As we talked about, Colin Jess. Oh.
And speaking of star moves, a nice catch there all the way down. Brought to you by Talon Jacobs, who's been working his way through the basketball ranks as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's gets the Raiders inside the 5 down to about the 4s where they spot the ball.
And then we have our kicker, Peter Yonchulis. He's also a track athlete. I believe he's in basketball as well.
He is, yeah. I recall
Triple
calling
sport
him.
Athlete.
Yeah, he was on the JV squad last year. They brought him up to varsity a few different times. I recall calling his name several different times in our broadcasts. A lot of great young talent here and a half and half upperclassmen and sophomore squad. So plenty of success to come for the Raiders. And that'll be the QB draw. Waiting for the official signal. Looks to be a bit short. Indeed he is. It'll be 2nd and about a foot to go.
Looks like the Huskies stopped him before they got to the den.
There you go. That was one of the calls I was waiting to hold on to was the den. So there you go.
Den.
Yep, nice. 5-3.
5-3. Comeback queen.
Okay. We'll have to see. Three minutes flat. The Raiders looking to make this a 2-play drive once again. And they do just that. Ian Moran pounds his way through the line. No problem there. Raiders get their 3rd touchdown of the night. let me tell you, when you're at homecoming and you're on the home team side and they're losing, it's a pretty dead atmosphere around here.
It is. It is. That is something that is hard to grasp.
Let's hope they can get some points on the board here.
Indeed.
Gives the crowd something to cheer about as Janchulis does knock that one through. It is good, so it will be a 21-0 ball game.
I know that quarterback's got an arm on him, especially after that first pass. So maybe we'll see if they utilize that in the next offensive trial.
That's right. We'll see if they can string some good plays together. But in the meantime, we're going to send it to a quick commercial break. Be back after this.
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws.
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
And of course, filing an insurance claim. But luckily, Auto Owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe without any hassle. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Are you or someone you know in need of commercial, residential, or marine electrical work? Look no further than Charlevoix's best, Wilmot Electric. Serving our community for 35 years, Wilmot Electric has just what you need to keep you and your family safe year-round with their highly professional team that works hard to find the solution to all of your electrical needs. That's Wilmot Electric. Call them today at 231-547-5583 or visit them online at Wilmot Electric.
We'll see. Coming back into this one, the Raiders and Peter Janchulis kicking this one off. Raiders go up 3 touchdowns. As Benzie falls on that one, it'll be Finn Smith once again, right there at the 25. And I want to make a correction. It was actually Talon Jacobs who handled the kickoff duty that time. So good to see him working his way around, pulling off different functions on the field. 2:50 to go in the first quarter. This is reminiscent of the, for those of you who watch across our platform, we have 5 different games here at Next Level Broadcasting tonight. We've got Charlevoix, of course, and Benzie. We've got Elk Rapids playing in Elk Rapids. Unfortunately, I can't remember their opponent at the moment. That's a homecoming game for them. We've got Gaylord St. Mary and Onaway, Traverse City St. Francis playing at home for them as well. And East Jordan playing at their beautiful field tonight. So 5 different games as that pass is not able to be brought in by Smith.
Just couldn't get their paws on it, could they?
Well, they could.
Oh, man.
I'll give that one to you.
I believe that's 5-4 now,
Yeah.
sir.
I'll give you maybe a half one because I did use pause before.
Okay, but fine.
I'll give you a full one. You need the point.
Oh, okay. Alrighty, sir.
But in the meantime, we've got 5 different games going on simultaneously, and Traverse City St. Francis just this past weekend played against Grayling. And it was a 50-plus point first half performance by St. Francis. And the Huskies are looking to not repeat that history on Next Level Broadcasting airwaves. As we got a nice pitch and catch here by Finn Smith. Gets around one tackler, 2, and as he tiptoes along the sideline
and you can
into
just
Raider
hear
territory.
You can hear the Benzie crowd howling at that one, can't you?
Okay, I'll give that to you. I'll give that to you. You're recycling some old news already, but I'll let you have it. Yeah. I tell you, but Finn Smith was showing he had that dog in him, tiptoeing his way into Raider territory, avoiding a number of different tackles.
Yeah.
6'5", wasn't going to let you catch up that easy. And another equally impressive pitch and catch here. That'll be close to the first down. Gillison working that one all the way. That'll be just short of the first down marker. They brought him out of bounds, about a yard short, but we're waiting. It looks like, is there a flag on the field that I'm not seeing? There is over there by the first down marker.
It's hiding from us there.
It is. We'll look to see who that's against. Well, apparently they picked up the flag. There was no penalty call after all, after the refs talked things over. So it will be the first down after all. Benzie gets down to the Raider 35. The farthest they've made it into Raider territory so far tonight, with still almost 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. So we get the clock going once, and there's another flag. This time it'll be against Charlevoix. All right, so that'll be an encroachment call against Charlevoix just after the whistle sounded to start the clock, so that wasn't exactly Raiders' shining moment of the game so far. That gives Benzie an extra 5 yards. And that one gets away from Finn Smith. He's able to pick it up off the field. Maintains in the hands of the Huskies, and it'll be Peter Yanchulis eventually bringing him down. So we lost a 5 there, back to where the Huskies began just a moment ago, 2nd and 10. The Raiders were able to negate the encroachment penalty they incurred just a moment ago. Snarled at the Huskies, pushing them back a little bit. 7-5, missed comeback queen.
Oh.
And more flags on the field.
Let's see.
The Husky crowd wasn't too happy about that. That'll be a false start against the Huskies, so some whimpers there from the crowd. They weren't too happy about that call. So it'll be 2nd and 15 now. 10 yards lost here in the last 2 plays that have not started even. As we work our way to draw this first quarter to a close. Husky trying to keep their strongest drive of the game alive so far. Zickert with a nice near completion.
Looks like Doug Morgridge actually stripped the ball out. That was a very good defense.
Zachary Hendrick couldn't hang on to that one.
I believe he made the other reception too.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Morgridge took the ball right out of the Huskies' paws. Working 9 to 5. Well, that's the score. I'm sorry.
What a way to make a I'm sorry, I'm not a country fan, so I wouldn't.
Well,
be aware
Dolly
of that.
Parton is known around the world. But anyway, a nice run here by Dane Gillison once again. So they recouped a few yards, but it'll be 4th down and looks to be a short 12. If you're the Huskies, undoubtedly you're going to go for it here. Because no matter what, you're pretty far into Raider territory, so they still have over 60 yards to work with, no matter what happens on this attempt. Zickert with new orders from the sidelines. 5 receivers out here. Big play for them to try and convert this 4th and 11. Lets one go, finds a wide open man, and that's enough for the Husky first down. Dalton Mobley with a fine catch and run afterward.
Looked like Sawyer Blazik put a lot of pressure on that quarterback, but still made a great throw.
And you know what? We've seen Zickert with, and you mentioned this earlier, Avery, some flashes of talent. It's just a matter of the rest of the team kind of putting the pieces together. And they saved themselves on a big play here. So far, the biggest for them of this game, converting that 4th and 12. Getting their way down inside the Raider red zone for the first time tonight, right about the 17-yard line, 1st and 10 for them.
That first down is just giving a dog a bone, you know?
Okay, all right.
All righty then.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
It's not 9 to 5 anymore, it's 9 to 6.
Yeah, 9 to 6 indeed.
Pretty long. Is that like violating work hours, you think? It's like working overtime, maybe?
Well, if that's working overtime, then between today and tomorrow, I'm going to have to talk to PR with Next Level Broadcasting. But in the meantime, we got our first quarter out of the way in the books. The Raiders up 21-0, but Benzie marching their way down the field at a fast trot at the moment. We're going to step aside for another commercial break. Be back after.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Have you ever wanted to try skydiving? This is Luther from Skydive Charlevoix. We specialize in first-time tandem skydiving and offer the best views in the entire Midwest. Jump from up to 2 miles high and free fall as fast as 120 miles per hour. Then, when the parachute opens, you can enjoy a peaceful canopy ride back to the landing area. Skydive Charlevoix also offers a scenic flight with every tandem jump. Enjoy an amazing bird's-eye view of Grand Traverse Bay, Little Traverse Bay, Beaver Island, and the entire northern Michigan shoreline. It's easy to book your jump online at skydivecharlevoix.com. That's skydivecharlevoix.com.
Yeah, and welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Raiders up 21-0, but Benzie, the Huskies, trying to mark their territory inside the Raiders' territory. Get their first score of the game.
I guess before at the end of the quarter, they had to go back to the dog pound, to talk about things.
Yeah, okay. All right. Good stuff. And another good flick there to Finn Smith. He tried to work his way around the edge. It'll be a loss of about a yard and a half. So the Huskies push back, but they're looking to stand their ground here against the Raiders.
I don't know if I'd count that one, Shane.
Dogs do that all the time.
Yeah, well, people do that too.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
I'm not taking that one.
Okay. She's the one with the pencil making the rules, ladies and gentlemen.
You know it.
Second and a long 11 here for the Huskies. Smith in motion. Zickert zipping one out. That one's just out in front of Zachary Hendrick once again. Saw a pass like that here a few moments ago. Morgridge is able to get that one out of his possession. I was going to say pause, but we've used that one twice already.
Yep.
I've got another one in mind. Save
Do
it.
you?
Yeah, I do.
Well, I have a whole list.
Yeah?
Yeah. I've used half of that list already.
I was going to say,
We're
if you have a whole list and you're still down 3, we've got an issue here.
Hey,
well, you have. I'm good.
The brain is turning here.
Okay.
So.
Just about a minute gone by in the second quarter. A nice long drive so far for the Huskies. And Zickert finding some pressure, lets this one go. Oh. Nearly a one-handed catch from Smith. Oh my goodness, that would have been the play of the game.
I think it would have. Doesn't Culver's have this mixer cement?
So yeah, we've got
game?
the Culver's Concrete Mixer Player of the Game Award. Player of the Game. We don't have a Play of the Game sponsor, so if anybody out there is interested, let us know.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
There's some pretty crazy plays that are made, especially in high school football. I mean, it is amazing.
So another big fourth down conversion here for the Huskies. Last one was 4th and 12. This one 4th and 11. Inside the Raider 20-yard line. About 4 minutes of clock chewed up on this drive alone. And a big pass. That one goes out of bounds. No good there is Gillison not able to haul that one in. That was just out in front of his snout.
I don't want to talk about it.
So with that, the Raiders will take the turnover on downs and start heading back their way. They have 81 yards of field to work with here. The other side of this will Thank another one of our fine sponsors for bringing you this game free of charge, and hopefully you get a laugh or two out of our puns. But something that isn't funny for the Huskies is Ian Moran. He's going, still going, and he is gone. Raider touchdown.
He used a little bit of the serpentine method there to get him away.
He did indeed.
Smart play.
And that's one thing that Ian Moran, he's not exactly faster than the rest of the field. He has to rely on his power in order to evade tackles. But for the first time this season, we see him use that serpentine method, and that worked out just fine.
He's field smart. Indeed. Very aware, and it looks like he's also the holder for the kicker, Peter Yonchelis.
So another touchdown by Ian Moran. The Huskies not quite able to track him down.
I don't want to talk about it.
Avery, you got to have something there in that magical
the
list
brain
of years
is
that
turning, but I'm also trying to, focus on the game.
Okay,
Shane.
all right, fair enough. Up and away, the kick is good. There we are, 28-0. So we're going to stay right here. We're doing quite well on our ad schedule. So we're going to thank Skydive Charlevoix. Skydive Charlevoix is calling all thrill seekers, adventure enthusiasts, and everyone in between to think Skydive Charlevoix for your next adventure. Take flight with Skydive Charlevoix and experience for yourself the rush of skydiving right in your own backyard. Check out their website for more information today at skydivecharlevoix.com. Now, Avery, we've both participated with Skydive Charlevoix. You did it most recently. Talk about your experience a little bit.
Indeed. I just did it this August, actually. Shout out to my instructor, Roman. That was probably the best experience I've ever had. My hands were cold, but everything else was warm and running off of adrenaline. That was probably the best 5 minutes of my life.
That was awesome indeed.
What about you, Shane?
Well, gosh, that was 3, let's see, what are we, 2025? So yeah, 3 years ago.
Oof.
I know, getting old.
Do I count
I
that
found
as
another
a woof? I mean, I think I should count that.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right, okay, all right, fair enough. I'll give that to you. In fact, I found another gray hair just the other day. But no, it was a phenomenal experience. There's nothing like having your legs dangle out of the airplane at about 10,000 feet up in the air. And, they do. Well, I don't want to spoil the surprise if anybody goes and skydives, but they don't necessarily tell you when you're going out of the plane. You just end up going. And then you're free falling at about 120 thrilling miles per hour for 30 to 45 seconds before the parachute opens, and you have a lovely cruise on down. But a good kick there, picked up by Finn Smith. Keeps the Huskies back there at their 25, roughly. This will be a big drive for them coming up again. They made it all the way down to the Raider 18 for the drive stalled out a little bit. They converted on a big 4th and 12. Were not able to do the same as a Zickert shot into the end zone to Gillison got just in front of him. Yeah, turnover on downs results in the next play. The Raiders, namely Ian Moran, getting the touchdown. 1st and 10 for the Huskies. At the 27. My apologies there as I look at the board. And we get a bit of a run up the gut there, not more than a yard or 2 gain. I believe that was
Zickert.
Yeah, it was taking care of the rock there. Give him a short gain of about a yard there.
Will we count the football as a bone now instead of a rock?
I did say bone early, but I'll give that one to you. You need the point.
I said, didn't I say? Oh no. Yeah, I said giving the dog a bone. So that was actually.
Oh yes, you said that twice. I don't know if we can count it twice though. You said bone twice. And she puts it down anyway. Well, you need the point. You're down. You're down 13 to what? Like 2, so it's okay.
It is not 13 to 2, Shane. I will remind you. It is 13 to 9.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, big difference.
Shaking in my fur coat.
No way.
Yeah, way.
Yeah, way.
Anyway, Finn Smith trying to work his way along the side once again, not able to get anything there. Raiders stopped him right in his tracks.
Looks like they got to go back to the kennel, or the drawing board, as you might say, for that one.
Okay, all right.
Keep in mind it's 15 to 10. I have gone down a point, but we're clawing our way back. Yes, I know I used claw before, but
I wasn't going to say anything. I figured you were self-aware.
It's already in the marks. I'm sorry,
Okay.
Shane. I'm sorry.
All right.
We're running out of terms.
Oh, no. I can keep coming up
Let's
with
see how he
things.
goes.
3rd and 9 for the Huskies. There's still some stuff floating around up there in the old noggin.
Not much.
Oh, and a little trickeration here. Trying to get that yardage back.
Oh, ball's out.
Oh. Raiders waving for it. The refs looking to make the official call. Gillis there carrying the ball, and it is Raiders. They got it back.
Garrison Sterrett.
Yeah. So it would have been a solid run there. Good 8 to 9 yards gained by Gillis. Wiped away as none other than Mr. Garrison Sterrett with another big play in this game. Swiping the meat right out of the dog's mouth.
And I believe that Garrison is the youngest of a family of 4.
He is.
And I believe that 3 of the kids, correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. and Mrs. Sterrett, but I believe that 3 of the kids actually share the same birthday. Yeah.
No kidding.
3 out of the 4 share the same birthday.
Gosh.
I know.
What a coincidence that is.
And Mrs. Sterrett was a 2nd, 3rd grade teacher, maybe?
Yeah.
So
I had her back in the day. Well, you did too. Yep.
Yeah, back when she ran the Boston Marathon. That was
That
crazy.
is, I remember that very well. Just airing that one out. Oh, did he get into the end zone? Yes, he did. Landon Whistler was able to stay up on his feet just enough and crashes into the end zone for another 6 Raider bones on the board.
I'm going to throw my pencil in a second, guys. It's okay. I think that was reusage of the word bone 3 times.
Bones. That's a good song.
Is it a country song?
It is.
Okay.
It's a country song from like the 80s, so you really wouldn't know it.
Maybe you would, though, because isn't that when you were born? 1980 something?
Sometimes people say the 1880s, but I digress.
A lucky lefty here, Peter Yonchulis.
That's right, yeah. We pointed that out earlier, something I didn't miss, and he boots that one through. No problem there. Raiders 35-0, 8:38 to go in the first half. Yep, we will indeed step aside for a commercial break. Be back on the other side of this in about a minute.
I got one for you, boss.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, what's black, white, and dented all over?
I give up.
The company truck? Yeah, it's bad.
But thanks to our agent, we've already submitted the claim and can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Lucky for you, that's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Is this going to work now? I don't know if I was going to do it.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And we are just told by the senior-most Jess member of the family, as he does a great job over there with the Raider coaching staff up here in the booth, that homecoming is not this coming Friday, but 2 Fridays from now. So we want to make that correction. We just looked at the schedule. It'll be Raiders traveling to Elk Rapids. That'll be a combined Next Level Broadcasting presentation of that game. And it'll be 2 weeks from now. Mansalona comes to town, is when homecoming will be on October, I believe, the 10th. Yep. So Smith there. Fielded that one, got a few yards further up the field. Works his way to the Husky. About 27 is where they'll be taking things over. 8.5 to go again. Their most recent drive took over 4 minutes off the clock. They were able to work their way down to the Raider 18, so we'll see what they can do on this drive. Roughly the same field length.
And Rowan Zickert and his crew come trotting out onto the field for their first offensive drive of, I guess it's not their first offensive drive of the second half, but second quarter,
yeah.
but I'd like to think.
And a nice catch there. Finn Smith able to haul that one in. He had some traffic buzz in the tower around him, that's for sure. He had Landon Whistler and Grayson Warchall circling around. And we've got a shout out from, well, a couple people. For one thing, my parents were asking the point did not count earlier. No, it did not. And secondly, Lyle Monroe saying, "Go Raiders. What a game." Yes, it has been so far. An excellent performance on both sides of the ball for them. But a nice first down game here. Again, the Huskies are starting to gain a little traction. Another first down under their belt. As for the first time in a little while, Pritchett carries the ball and is able to power his way forward for about 4 right through the heart of the Raider line. Landon Whistler there credited on the tackle. A second and a short 6 coming up here for the Huskies at about the 43. Pritchett and pistol right behind Zickert. Smith in motion. The Pritchett taking it up the gut once again, breaks through, gets into Raider territory once more, down to about the 47.
I guess you could say that, Pritchett was the alpha and the leader of this pack. So.
All right. That was good. That was good. So another solid gain here. The Huskies trying to get into Raider territory and make the drive count, get a score up on the board. They're looking to do that still for the first time tonight. And Pritchett still powering forward with 4 different Raiders trying to bring him down. Fights with all he has, tooth and claw, to get that 2 yards gain.
We've used claw quite a lot, Shane.
It's supposed to be tooth and nail, but I thought that was a pretty creative use of claw.
I would say so. I'll give it to you.
Thank you. We do have the tiebreaker, Emma Brown here, our producer, if need be, and Isaac Dunstan doing a great job running the camera down there. Clock ticking down to about 6 minutes to go. Ball right at the Raider 40. Another handoff to Pritchett. This time the Raiders sniffing things out. But he's still able to get back roughly to the line of scrimmage.
I'm starting to realize that I think Shane might be the queen of corny jokes. I may be the Venetian queen, but you are the queen of corny jokes. I can get you a crown for that and a sash.
Ooh,
Queen of Corny Jokes 2025.
Wow, that's a high accomplishment there.
You should feel very proud.
I should, yeah. Just as proud as earning Venetian Queen. Yeah, maybe not quite. 3rd and 10 for the Huskies, 5:20 to go in the first half. Game's not over, Miss Kita. You still have time. You're only down 5. And some growls here from the home stands looking for a PI call. Not going to get one. That was a little bit of a push there from Garrison Sterrett. Refs deliberating, but it doesn't look like it'll be enough to cause the PI call. So it'll be 4th and 10. Bit of a big decision here for Benzie to make. I'd say do or die time here as they're down 35. And they are going to go for it. They are within the Raider 45-yard line. Low snap. Zickert still struggling to pick it up off the ground and falls on it to avoid the turnover. So we'll stay right there on the 46, and that's where the Raiders will have it. I should say the scoop and score, not the turnover, as it was a turnover on downs. Again, the running clock scenario begins in the first half if it's above a 40-point lead. And the Raiders, if they were to score on this drive, would indeed cause that to begin. And it's 35 points or more for the entire second half. Jess with the fake handoff gets it off to Garrison Sterrett, but a nice job there by Pritchett to get him behind the line of scrimmage and haul him down by a leg. This will be a loss of about a yard there for the Raiders. Something for the home crowd to cheer about.
Looks like Benzie's trying to crawl their way back.
I'll give that one to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
You needed it.
I don't need anything.
No?
I have a very good brain of my own. Just might not be, as good as the queen of corny jokes 2025. But we'll see.
.420 to go in the first half for anybody who indulges. As Moran gets a few there. We're having too much fun. Should be 3rd and 5 for the Raiders right at midfield. Thank you, thank you.
Should we add that to the count?
No, that didn't have anything dog related to it. Anybody out there in listening land getting tired of us yet? No, I guess not.
You got a whole nother half.
Yeah, that's right.
I hope we can bring entertainment to your home, cars,
yeah,
wherever you're watching this.
The game is starting to be well in hand here for the Raiders, but hopefully you can get a few chuckles out of it anyway. And excellent
great
throw by Colin Jess. Loops it right into Landon Whistler, and that's enough for the first down. Jess facing a lot of pressure. Whistler in traffic. The catch still made. Gain of close to 20.
Great connection. Great connection.
It was indeed.
If only it was a full moon, maybe we'd have the Huskies howling.
All right.
I don't even know what that is. Maybe we've got a waxing crescent.
The moon is just about gone. It's just a little sliver right now.
What would you call that? Do you know your moon?
It's a waxing crescent right now.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I do know that. So another 1st and 10 for the Raiders on a big conversion there. Jess will keep it. But a good wrap up in the backfield by Lane Sanchez, the main kicker there for the Huskies. Gives the Raiders another loss of about a yard and a half.
And I believe that my mom wants to chime in and says that every dog has its day. And it might be today for the Huskies.
Yeah. Give Mrs. Kita a point there, an honorary point for you.
Honorary point, Mrs. Kita. Should we count that towards mine? She's my mom.
I did say give it to you. Honorary.
Back to down by 4. Down by 4.
That's all right.
The score of this game today, not the game that we're watching on the field, but the game between Shane and I is 20-16.
Yeah. Ian Moran rearing out, airing another one. Grabbed out of the air. Charlevoix comes down with it.
Carter Greenacre.
Carter Greenacre, indeed. Wow.
And I believe that was Colin Jess that threw it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. That was like a dog catching a high-flown frisbee out there. Brought it down, no problem.
I feel like that's the thing nowadays for college football games. I know Michigan has one.
Mm-hmm.
I think his name is Zeke. Zeke the
That's true,
frisbee
yeah.
dog.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't know much about Michigan. I don't pay attention to them, but
there is one at State as well.
Okay.
Yeah, because I pay attention to both teams, Shane.
Okay.
I care about all
Oh,
Michigan
I'm
teams.
sure you do. Right. Anyways, caring about Charlevoix football, it was Doug Morgridge trying to take it up the gut a little bit. Huskies had not much room to give him, maybe a half-yard gain. Oh. Apologize, Grayson Warchall. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it does look like an 11 from afar, but now I see the points
11.
on the number, and it is 44. Good eye.
Yeah, actually, and he's wearing the same number his brother, Brady Warshall, did last year.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Brady's off, I believe, at Western now in aviation school. which is actually my brother is an alumni from there just recently this year.
That
That's
is true.
25.
He's looking to continue his education, isn't he?
Indeed, PA school.
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe he'll scrub in on one of my surgeries one day.
So it'll be a false start here against the Raiders. Back them up 5 yards. The second penalty we've seen so far against them today. So they'll tuck their tails between their legs and walk back a few. Just when you thought you were closing in.
Yeah. Oh, that was a great dance there, Shane.
Thanks.
If only there was a camera for the
only.
viewers at
You know,
home.
it's a good thing
Shane
there isn't a
had
camera.
a little bit of a fist pump on both hands and a knee raise. That was a sight to see.
I bet it was. Second and goal. Raiders got it here at about the 11.5. Just waiting on the long count there. He's going to take it for himself after the fake handoff. And a sumo wrestling move between two different Huskies. Between Pritchett and I believe it was Zickert, if my eyes are seeing number 1 out there, brought him down. So the Raiders, well, have third and goal, still behind the 10-yard line.
I believe the Husky defense has been barking back a little bit, which is good to see. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Really fighting at the goal line here.
I bet, yeah. Seems like it. One thing that failed to mention here in the last few moments, the clock is still running, not because it's too big of a score, but just we haven't had a stoppage of play in a while, so we're within 40 seconds of the end of the half. Jess lets one go, airs it out, and that catch is made. Raider touchdown. Talon Jacobs hauling another one in. .41 zip. As we get ready for another kickoff through the uprights. Still Jan Chulis out there taking care of business. And away it goes. The kick is good there by Jan Chulis. We're going to stay right here because we do need to get caught up on a couple of our live reads. First off, Avery, you can go ahead and take Charlevoix Auto.
Charlevoix wants everyone tuning in to know that they are your trusted local Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, and Moke dealer. Drive with confidence. Choose Charlevoix Auto, your one-stop shop for exceptional sales and service.
Thank you very much. And Wilmot Electric. Since 1983, Wilmot Electric Incorporated has been a gold standard electrical service provider throughout northern Michigan, offering solutions to any electrical need you may have, whether it's residential, commercial, or marine related. No matter the case, Wilmot Electric has experts that'll keep your projects on time and on budget. Customer focused and community driven for 40 years. That's Wilmot Electric of Charlevoix. So on the other side of this kick, 28 seconds remain in the first half. Not that it matters, but it would run unhindered because the Raiders are up by more than 40, 42-0. And barring a couple of straight Benzie Central scores, the running clock will ensue for the entirety of the second half. A nice line drive there. Picked up by Gillison, and he's brought down just short of the 40-yard line. Raiders still piling on top.
And it looks like Benzie's going back out there to keep those puppies rolling. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
We're excited for this next offensive
Are you?
turn. Both offensively and defensively.
I had like the strongest Michigan accent ever when I said, "Are ya?"
Are ya? Don't
Yeah.
ya?
Oh, don't you know?
Well, he likes to spend most of his time up in the UP.
Yeah,
So.
well, you know. That's one thing if I go further into broadcasting, which I certainly plan on doing. Got to make sure I keep the accent out of things. People don't like accents on national TV.
Keeps you authentic. Keeps you authentically Shane Smith.
That's true. That could be fun, maybe. 1st and 10 for the Huskies at their own 39. And intercepted by Garrison Starrett. And he brings that one down to about just shy of the 35-yard line. It was tipped by a Raider before him. Believe it was Colin Jess that tipped it, because it looked like either a 0 or an 8. I do not believe that Jacob Dross is out there currently, so by process of elimination, that would be Mr. Jess. Yeah. I'm getting smiles up here in the booth like I'm a dingbat, which I can be,
I
that's
believe
for
it's
sure.
Jacob Dorst as well.
Dorst?
Yes.
Oh, it is. How about that? I've seen. Okay. All right. I'll just keep my.
It's okay. There's
trap
Drost
shot.
and Dorst.
There is. I've been used to draw so many times. You sure Dorst isn't a typo? But one thing that is not a typo, and I'm sure Dorst is not, is that the Raiders are up 42-0 going into halftime. So we will step aside for a little bit for our. There we are. Martin Concrete, Charlevoix Auto, Bartlett's Home Interiors halftime show. We'll step aside for a few minutes for our commercial break. We'll come back and, we'll give Benzie their due credit. We'll show the crowning of the Benzie Central King and Queen as it is homecoming night. So we'll be back for that here in a few minutes. Stay.
Today's game has been brought to you by Bingham Insurance Services, Charlevoix State Bank, Wilmot Electric, Charlevoix Auto, The Villager Pub, Swanson K&D, Traverse City, Cherry Capital Airport, Fresh Coast Sliders, Martin Concrete, Charlevoix Ace Hardware, Charlevoix Agency Insurance, Sky Media 45, The Lake House, South Point Collision, Bartlett's Home Interiors, Culver's of Charlevoix, Skydive Charlevoix, BC Pizza, Great Lakes Asphalt Services, Gray Gables Restaurant and Catering, Charlevoix Barbershop, Professional Seamless Gutters, Spencer Bryan with Pat O'Brien Real Estate, Ward Marina. We hope you are enjoying tonight's game.
Hi there, Hannah again with Charlevoix Auto. Don't let summer pass you by. Get into a new Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram today and make this the summer event. Lease a sleek new Compass for an amazing $339 a month. Elevate your journey in a stylish Grand Cherokee for $429 a month. Or unleash the power of a 4x4 Ram pickup for $459 a month. Don't miss out on getting into your perfect ride for less at Charlevoix Auto on US 31 South near the Charlevoix Airport. Your trusted local dealership.
Charlevoix State Bank was founded in 1994 to provide exceptional local service to our northern Michigan community. With 6 locations in Charlevoix, East Jordan, Boyne City, Ellsworth, and Beaver Island, we're here to make banking easy right here in your neck of the woods with people you know. Charlevoix State Bank believes in the positive lessons of high school athletics and is a proud sponsor of tonight's game.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in Northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your Northern Michigan connection.
With unique gifts, home accessories, wedding items, and so much more. The Lake House on Bridge Street offers so many things to make your home or even your visit to Charlevoix that much more special. When you want beautiful items that reflect Charlevoix the beautiful, stop in or visit them online at thelakehouseCharlevoix.com for your own keepsake and your own personal memory of Charlevoix.
Hi, I'm Orion, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installations, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike other service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding your gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
All right, guys, here's what we get.
BC Pizza, hometown handmade gourmet.
Coach, what do we do? We get BC Pizza.
BC Pizza.
Have you ever wanted to try skydiving? This is Luther from Skydive Charlevoix. We specialize in first-time tandem skydiving and offer the best views in the entire Midwest. Jump from up to 2 miles high and free fall as fast as 120 miles per hour. Then, when the parachute opens, you can enjoy a peaceful canopy ride back to the landing area. Skydive Charlevoix also offers a scenic flight with every tandem jump. Enjoy an amazing bird's-eye view of Grand Traverse Bay, Little Traverse Bay, Beaver Island, and the entire northern Michigan shoreline. It's easy to book your jump online at skydivecharlevoix.com. That's skydivecharlevoix.com.
You here? All right, welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, to our Martin Concrete Charlevoix Auto Partless Home Interiors halftime show. We're going to come in here for a few minutes because we've got the crowning of the Venetian King and Queen here in just a moment. Venetian. How about homecoming King and Queen? Benzie Central. Oh, my gosh. We've got so we're not going to be able to get like everybody in the shot here as they are spread across the entire field from 10 to 10. Okay, well, we're going to pause, I guess, on the King and Queen. Oh, the King is Rowan Zickert out there as he gets his crown. And unfortunately, don't know who's getting her flowers there. But we want to wish those two young students out there on the field congratulations for getting their King and Queen. It's always a big deal in high school to be able to get that honor. In the meantime, as the marching band works their way out, we are going to talk a little bit of football here, Avery. So it's been pretty much the Raiders' show from start to finish. They're up 42-0. I will say on the Benzie Central side, Rowan Zickert is showing some flashes of good talent as a QB, but it's just been a matter of the Raiders providing him a lot of pressure, but also providing good coverage on any of his targets downfield. He hasn't been able to get a lot of throws off to, but Parker Pritchett has been a good star, as well as Finn Smith and Dane Gillison as well have been kind of the big four that we've seen so far from Benzie Central. They put together some good drives, just haven't been able to convert. They did get all the way down inside the Raider 20, down to about the 18, and that's kind of where their drive came to a halt.
Indeed. And then looking on the Charlevoix side, we have a few big names here. We have Ian Moran has definitely been putting up most of the points on the board for Charlevoix, and then Colin Jess, our quarterback, making some good throws, along with who was the kid that recovered the interception?
It was Garrison Sterrett.
Garrison Sterrett, yes.
Yep.
With the tip from Jacob Dorst.
That's right, Jacob Dorst. Yep.
Yes.
Not Drost, but Dorst.
Not Drost, but Dorst. Let's see.
We also had Talon Jacobs with a great couple of plays, including some touchdowns so far in this game.
and Carter Greenacre.
Yeah.
So we've
Hey, and even chipping in there, some nice plays, Landon Whistler so far. And, of course, the offensive-defensive line has been stellar all game long, really keeping the Huskies from being able to poke their snouts anywhere into Raider territory and certainly into the end zone so far tonight.
Shane, you were definitely able to sniff that one out.
Oh, there you go. That was all right. I'll give that one to you. So, yeah, it's been a great game for the Raiders so far. Unfortunately, Charlevoix's been spoiling the homecoming festivities a little bit here for Benzie Central. But, again, they were able to score 20 against St. Francis just 2 weeks ago, so there's still plenty of game left. There's still an entire second half. Yeah, and these gentlemen out here on the field have shown that they've been able to have their way on a couple different drives with the Raiders. Again, they converted on a big 4th and 12 earlier on and nearly did so on a 4th and 11. There was a shot into the end zone. So we'll see if they're going to be able to make that connection later on in this game. But again, as a reminder, with that 42-0 score, it is above the 35-point mark. So there will be a running clock for the entirety of the second half. So we expect a quick second half here. And so hopefully you all watching at home can continue on with your evenings. But we also hope that you've been enjoying the show between Avery and myself. And, of course, Isaac Dunson and Emma Brown doing a wonderful job in their roles as well as cameraman and producer, respectively. We're very happy to have the both of them here, providing you, ladies and gentlemen, the best that we can for free. So with that, before we send it back to a commercial break, we'll thank one more of our fine sponsors here and then step aside for a few more minutes so Emma can breathe easy and get some of the other ads taken care of. So we want to thank BC Pizza of Charlevoix. Fans all around, it's pizza time. Right now is a great time for it during halftime. And BC Pizza is making it easier than ever to get you and your family a handmade hometown gourmet pizza from the one and only BC Pizza right here in Charlevoix. You're also welcome to try their grinder salads and their other specialty pizzas. You'll know right away after the first bite. I'll hold off on that for now. You made the best choice in pizza. That's BC Pizza. You want to go ahead and do Tom Clementson of Sky Media 45, Avery?
Of course, you got Sky Media 45. Need to enhance your brand? Sky Media 45 combines excellent photography with post-production to create stunning video and image content. Showcase your community event or business with our expert aerial solutions. We're ready to fly for you. Visit them online at skymedia45.com.
Thank you very much. And speaking of Tom Clementson, he's our play-by-play for Gaylord St. Mary. He was supposed to be at the St. Mary on-away game tonight, but unfortunately he has an eye infection, so he will not be able to attend, but we wish him all the best in his quick recovery. Yeah, and that game will be in good hands with my good buddy and fellow broadcaster Christian Swinsicki as he makes the drive up from Saginaw to take care of that game for our viewers on that portion of Next Level Broadcasting's audience. So in the meantime, we're going to step away for a few more minutes, and this will conclude the coverage of your halftime show, sponsored by Martin Concrete, Charlevoix Auto, and Bartlett's Home Interiors. We'll be back in a few minutes. Stay tuned.
Located in Charlevoix, Michigan, is Martin Concrete, where they specialize in residential concrete construction, providing high-quality concrete work and guaranteeing customer satisfaction. They're proud to serve Charlevoix and the surrounding areas. No job is too big or too small for Martin Concrete, with services ranging from concrete slabs, footings, driveways, retaining walls, and much more. There's nothing that Martin Concrete can't do regarding concrete. That's Martin Concrete, online at martinconcretecharlevoix.com, or give them a call at 231-838-9610.
Ace is the only hardware retailer that carries Benjamin Moore paint at over 3,800 stores. With Benjamin Moore's premium quality, huge selection of colors, plus Ace's award-winning service, you can be confident you're getting the best. Then buy in store or online for curbside pickup or free delivery. When you want the best, Benjamin Moore paint from Ace. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their paint.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Bartlett's Home Interiors is your hometown home furnishing store, serving northern Michigan since 1950. Your perfect fit is waiting for you here. Among our large selection of furniture, flooring, Serta mattresses, and Hunter Douglas window treatments, our experienced staff can help with the details that are important to you to transform your space. Come explore our 35,000 square foot showroom today or visit us at bartlettshomeinteriors.com. Bartlett's Home Interiors, where you're always at home. M66 North, Charlevoix.
Your next stop for flavor, freshness, and fun is Gray Gables Restaurant. Since 1936, we've been serving up delicious gourmet dishes and drinks in a warm and inviting atmosphere. Everything is made using fresh ingredients, including locally sourced meat and fish. Our bar features several local Michigan beers on tap and an excellent bourbon selection. Did you know we also cater? Let Gray Gables enhance your next event with our catering services.
Come dine with us at the Gray Gables Restaurant in Charlevoix the Beautiful.
Charlevoix State Bank was founded in 1994 to provide exceptional local service to our northern Michigan community. With 6 locations in Charlevoix, East Jordan, Boyne City, Ellsworth, and Beaver Island, we're here to make banking easy, right here in your neck of the woods with people you know. Charlevoix State Bank believes in the positive lessons of high school athletics and is a proud sponsor of tonight's game.
The Villager Pub has been a mainstay in Charlevoix dining culture for over 40 years. Situated right downtown, their friendly and experienced staff will make you feel right at home from the days of a bygone era. With a wide selection on tap and an expansive menu to pick from, sit back and relax in the pub and enjoy their eclectic 1950s era memorabilia. Stop in and see them today at 427 Bridge Street or visit them online to look at their menu at thevillagerpub.com. Are you or someone you know in need of commercial, residential, or marine electrical work? Look no further than Charlevoix's best, Wilmot Electric. Serving our community for 35 years, Wilmot Electric has just what you need to keep you and your family safe year-round with their highly professional team that works hard to find a solution to all of your electrical needs. That's Wilmot Electric. Call them today at 231-547-5583 or visit them online at wilmotelectric.com.
Your next stop for flavor, freshness, and fun is Gray Gables Restaurant. Since 1936, we've been serving up delicious gourmet dishes and drinks in a warm and inviting atmosphere. Everything is made using fresh ingredients, including locally sourced meat and fish. Our bar features several local Michigan beers on tap and an excellent bourbon selection. Did you know we also cater? Let Gray Gables enhance your next event with our catering services.
Come dine with us at the Gray Gables Restaurant in Charlevoix the Beautiful.
Hi there! there, Hannah again with Charlevoix Auto. Don't let summer pass you by. Get into a new Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram today and make this the summer event. Lease a sleek new Compass for an amazing $339 a month. Elevate your journey in a stylish Grand Cherokee for $429 a month. Or unleash the power of a 4x4 Ram pickup for $459 a month. Don't miss out on getting into your perfect ride for less at Charlevoix Auto on US 31 South near the Charlevoix Airport. Your trusted local dealership.
Located in Charlevoix, Michigan, is Martin Concrete, where they specialize in residential concrete construction, providing high-quality concrete work and guaranteeing customer satisfaction. They're proud to serve Charlevoix and the surrounding areas. No job is too big or too small for Martin Concrete, with services ranging from concrete slabs, footings, driveways, retaining walls, and much more. There's nothing that Martin Concrete can't do regarding concrete. That's Martin Concrete, online at martinconcretecharlevoix.com or give them a call at 231-838-9610.
Hi there, Hannah again with Charlevoix Auto. Don't let summer pass you by. Get into a new Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram today and make this the summer event. Lease a sleek new Compass for an amazing $339 a month. Elevate your journey in a stylish Grand Cherokee for $429 a month. Or unleash the power of a 4x4 Ram pickup for $459 a month. Don't miss out on getting into your perfect ride for less at Charlevoix Auto on US 31 South near the Charlevoix Airport. Your trusted local dealership.
And welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. We apologize for the brief delay in coverage there. Only about 40 seconds has gone off the clock. We had to switch out our cameras here. One was dying off a little faster than we had expected, so we have a different one out there.
I think that you would call my cockiness all bark, no bite, because my corny puns are still lacking compared to yours. But
Oh, that was a stretch and a half. Okay, I'll give it to you.
Uh-oh. I'm within 3.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
The brain is going to start turning for Mr. Shane
Is
over
it?
here.
Yeah. Well, in the meantime, the Huskies are going to start running their way through, get the first down. That's QB, Zippert there. And in Whistler, they're able to grab the collar on the dog to keep it from running out of control into the end zone. But nonetheless, the Huskies are sniffing their way into Raider territory.
You know, honestly, I would say that Charlevoix's got the dog by the leash here. Telling him
They
who's
do,
boss.
yeah. Zickert here, another QB keeper, trying to bob and weave his way in between the lines. Gets away from one tackler, finally gets brought down by a number of Raiders. The main man in charge there, Lyndon Whistler, got a good handle on him.
I mean, Landon Whistler's just trying to take the dog for a walk here.
Dang it. I was going to, okay, all right.
Oh, it's like I'm reading
I had
his
a good one.
mind.
Yeah. Reading the list I had in my mind. That's all right.
Don't worry, I have an actual list.
Oh, yeah?
On the,
you had all that time during halftime to try and think of things.
You know, I tried. I had a solid minute of thinking. I came up with
You had
phrase.
a minute of thinking, and we had like a 20-minute halftime break.
Yep.
Sounds like a you problem,
Ah.
my friend.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm.
Second and short 5. Again, we do have the running clock, so we're already under 9 minutes to go in the first half. But Finn Smith wouldn't know as he works his way nicely into Raider territory. He kept his nose to the ground and did not give up, working his way past the 35.
I don't know about that one.
What do you
Shane.
mean didn't know about
Keeping
that
his
one?
nose to the ground.
Yeah, dogs do that all the time
there
as
are
they
a lot
sniff
of
them
things
away.
that keep their nose to the ground.
Okay.
And
You're
ears,
just jealous.
cats.
That's all it is. So the 35. Benzie wasting no time here to try and march this one down the field.
I think
Okay,
as they're
quick
marching
flick.
down the field, you know, they might have a putting a cone of shame on the Raider defense here.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, the Raiders kept that one off for a moment. There's no shame there in the loss of about 4. Ian Moran doing a nice job wrapping things up. Sawyer Blazik right there in the center of your screen, strutting along, the leading man of this Raider defensive line.
I'd say the ref's whistle turned into a dog whistle for this one.
Okay, all right.
I'm within 2, ladies and gentlemen. I am within 2.
Well, it took her all game to get there. Zickert trying to paw his way up the field, and that one
We've
did
used
not.
paw
We did.
quite
We
a
did.
lot of
We
times
did.
there,
We did.
sir.
I was waiting to see if you were paying attention.
Keep me on my toes
Yeah.
here. In my old age.
Okay. Let me know when you're north of 20, would you? We've got a timeout here. Huskies want to take a few moments to bark things over. Where's that pencil?
Haven't I said all bark, no bite?
This was a very different usage of bark. Thank you. There it is.
You scared I'm getting close. That's what you scared of.
Oh, okay. Scared of a lot of, well, actually not a lot of things in my life. This
You-
certainly is not one of them.
You know what I'm scared of?
What's that?
Spiders.
Losing? No.
No,
Yeah,
well, that
spiders.
too. Spiders, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Boy, I saw some nice ones the other day.
I don't want to talk about it.
Figured you'd like to see them too.
If my dad is listening, there are 2 huge spiders outside of our house, and I thought he sprayed for spiders about 2 days ago. I don't think it worked, Dad. I don't think it worked. So might have to revisit that one. But as the Charlevoix defense comes out of the huddle, I wonder what they're thinking. And the Husky offense is still over here scheming or thinking it out. So
yeah,
we'll see how this turns out with a long 3rd down. But they're in Charlevoix territory, so.
Yeah. So that timeout was one of the. Ooh, we have a lot of movement in the stand, so the camera is going to jostle around a little bit. I apologize. We had to switch from one of our main cameras to a phone.
Looks like Smith got the ball back to the originally where the first down was. That'll be another longer 4th down.
6:55 to go here in the 3rd.
About the 33.
Yeah, 4th and 8 here for the Huskies. See if they can pin their ears back and stick it to the Raiders and convert on another 4th down.
You know, I'm not really one for pinned ears, especially because I have a Great Dane.
Oh, yeah, it's not a good thing when they do
Not
it.
a good thing. I like my dog's ears.
Mm-hmm.
They're nice. Shout out to Maisie.
No, sweetheart.
12 years old.
Mm-hmm. 6:15 and counting just about. Quick flick. Still on his feet, Gillison. Xavier stabs me with her pencil.
Would you consider?
Would I don't know.
Would you consider the coach for Benzie to be the musher of the Huskies?
I would, and I'd consider it so much because you wrote that point down in my tally, so I'll appreciate that.
I was a bit distracted, but.
Well, I'll take the point too.
So
not that I need the help, but anyway, the Raiders don't need it either as they convert on that 4th down. What's that? Mrs. Gorney, letting us know we're both dorks. But she and Tony love us both, and, well, we certainly do love you, too.
We certainly love them both.
My gosh, what a tally we have. 44 different puns so far in this game, and there's still some time. And a big hit delivered by Pritchett. Wow.
I believe that was Garrison Stair. Nope, that was Landon Whistler on the play.
He chomped down and did not let Whistler go anywhere. 45 total now. 25-20. She got within 2, back to a 5-point lead.
Actually, it's 24-20. That's 4 marks right there.
Oh,
Mr.
that's right.
Shane.
That's an eraser mark from the one that you
and
gave
I
me.
may be working at an ophthalmologist's office, so if you need to go get your eyes checked anytime soon,
That's one of our fine sponsors, Gaylord Eye Care Center, their Boyne City location, took care of me there. Appreciate it.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Indeed it is.
Ian Moran with a big hit.
Lowered his shoulder, ran his way through. Hollis Bell and Rowan Zickert there are finally able to bring him down.
I guess he took that dog out of him. Yeah, I'm marking that down.
Okay, all right.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am back within 3.
Yeah, well, he had to reuse one there to get it, but sorry.
Alrighty then.
Alrighty then, indeed.
Looks like we've got Carter Greenacre subbing in for number 4, Isaac Bentz. And if I remember correctly, Carter Greenacre made a pretty big play in the second quarter, first half.
And that one gets just in front of Garrison Sterrett there. Falls harmlessly into the ground. 3.5 to go in the 3rd. Fourth and 7 here for Charlevoix. Kept back deep in their own territory for the first time this game.
The Huskies, they're breaking off that chain. They're moving forward.
Yeah.
Aren't they, Shane?
Well,
Ladies
I suppose this one time.
I'm within 2.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it was a bit of a stretch on that one, but I'll let you have it. Nice boot there from Ian Moran with a Husky closing in on him. It'll be Gillison once again, working his way into Raider territory. Benzie kind of wagged their tail at the Raiders on that drive, saying, no, 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 you're not going to get into our den this time around.
Yeah, welcome to the dog show.
That's a 2 count for me. I'll give you one there.
2 count.
Yeah. It was a back-to-backer. Benzie in Raider territory, taking over at the 47 after a nice return by Gillison.
I believe that's Prickett on the play,
Yeah.
brought down by host Raiders. Pritchett, not Prickett. Pritchett.
As they get off the jam pile there, it'll be second and a short 4 coming up right at the Raider 40.
He definitely ate his kibble that time, didn't he? He's fueling up. He's fueling up. It's like Popeye eating his spinach.
Okay, wow, all right. Emma's given the nod, so I guess I'll have to let it go, but that's a stretch. Okay. Huskies are staring down the Raider end zone yet again as they get back inside the 40. Pritchett still going on his feet. Crashes out of bounds, just short of the 30.
What did you say? I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch
Staring
it.
down. Huskies staring down.
I'm not counting that.
What, you just said kibble, for God's sake, on a
Okay,
second and
dogs
6.
eat kibble. You know how many animals stare things down?
Okay.
I'm staring you down right now.
So you're an animal? Well, yeah.
Yes, I am an animal.
You
Shane.
are. You are most definitely an animal. Wild one at that. We all know how wild and untamed David Rakiti is for sure. Wink, wink. It's not the case. She's doing a great job up there at the optometry office in Bay Harbor.
Ophthalmologist.
Ophthalmologist. Close.
Close
I had
enough.
that opt. And Zickert there, not able to gain more than a yard or 2.
I'd like to give an update. It is quite sad to hear that my dad is no longer spraying for spiders, so I will have to deal with those humongous
Had to
spider webs.
out your dad on
I
airwaves
did.
like that.
I
Wow.
did.
Mm.
I did.
All right, well, the horn has sounded for the end of the 3rd quarter, and we are going to thank Ace Hardware of Charlevoix. We have a few more live reads to get through. It looks like we're pretty much all caught up on our video sponsors. So we want to thank Ace Hardware of Charlevoix. Charlevoix Ace Hardware is proud to continually be a supporter of Charlevoix schools, sports, and the community. The team at Ace Hardware does love Charlevoix, and they're always there when you need them. Open 7 days a week. Ace Hardware in Charlevoix, right on M66.
The Lake House is next. From the moment you walk into the Lake House, the essence of easy living and life on the water shines through. They offer unique gifts, including home accessories and furry friend items, just like the Huskies. Oh, that's one, Shane. You just missed it. Their assortment of gifts and home decor is perfect for your home, cottage, or boat. Come visit the Lake House to commemorate your visit to one of Michigan's premier resort destinations. They are located at 403 Bridge Street, or visit them online at thelakehousecharlevoix.com.
All right, we have a couple shout-outs to give here on the line. First off, we got Amy Otto and Remus Brown watching from Shelby Township, way down there in southern Michigan. And also, her mom and dad are watching, letting them know that they have 2 Huskies of their own. So I hope that they're enjoying a few of these puns that we've been bringing to them so far tonight. We have, I think we're closing in on 50, roughly.
I believe so.
So it's been a busy night.
I think it's 51, actually.
Oh. As we reach into the dog days of this game.
Dang it! I was close. I was at one away from you, and I'm at 2. We'll get there.
Raiders looking to toe the line behind the sled one more time to keep this Husky offense from getting farther down the field, but indeed, they do break through for that first down.
And Parker Pritchett has been quite a force for this game.
Yes,
he has been, as one would say, the Ian Moran of Benzie. Really just a Mack truck, if you would say, running in to people, elusive maneuvers, and let's see, it looks like we have penalty on the play.
He's like what I would like to call the Swiss Army knife for Benzie. He can do a little bit of everything and do it well. And
Indeed.
Oh, there's a picture of one of the Browns Huskies. Very cute dog indeed. What's that? Kavik? Ah. Yeah, the Huskies trying to hit a couple more there. Actually lost a yard there from the Raider defense, standing strong.
Backing down the Huskies here.
You know, I was just about to say something along those lines. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back within 2.
The good thing is you're running out of room there on your list to put more points.
Say collar and collar, not neck and neck?
No,
and
no.
I'm
no.
marking that one down.
No, that one, no.
All right, Emma.
Fine.
We're going to New York here. Emma?
To New York.
Yep.
Wow.
She gave it to us.
There's a flag down on the play. See if that will maintain the nice conversion here for the Huskies. It does not look like they'll be able to get that yardage. Raiders trying to pitch a shutout. Still up 42-0. But the Huskies are sniffing out the Raiders' doghouse, trying to get their way in.
I feel like we're reusing a lot of terms here, Mr. Shane.
I don't know if anybody said doghouse yet.
I feel like I have. I have it written down.
You've
Yeah.
I don't know.
So.
So it'll be a chop block against the Huskies here.
Bringing the Huskies back and making them sit and stay.
Oh, that was a good one. Okay.
I'm back within 1.
Oh, I see. All right. You had to continue it
I'm
up there.
running out of paper here.
Pritchard rearing back. Another took that bird right out of the air and kept it in his mouth for himself.
Looks like it was Isaac Bentz.
Yeah.
Okay, so Huskies and birds are not the same. If it
no,
was,
but it was like a
last
bird dog.
Week,
yeah, it's like
if it was last week,
it's like somebody shoots the
against
bird and the
Oscoda,
dog grabs it out
I
of the
would
air.
believe you, but we're not talking about birds. We're talking about Huskies.
Yeah, but somebody,
All right, we're going to Emma for this one.
Of course she does. Undefeated Emma Brown siding with Avery Keita this entire game. I feel like I'm going to have to say this is a rigged game.
I don't know if it is, Shane.
Yeah.
I think he's just scared that I'm, sneaking up behind him here. Coming from behind, I'm the underdog, as one would say.
Oh,
and
good
I
God.
have just tied the game, ladies and gentlemen.
With no thanks to Emma Brown's help, that's for sure. Okay. The Raiders starting from their own end zone. They get a few. Ian Moran able to work through the pack.
Work through the pack?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alrighty then.
As we have a bit of a crew change to be 2nd and 5, the game working down under 9 minutes. Ooh, boy, we got in the next big break, we'll have to do another live read. We still have a few more of those to take care of before the end of the game. If we don't get those taken care of, well, we'll get to that on the other side of this here in just a moment. Another run along the side. Good solid gain there. Looks to be enough for the first down. Ref signaling that's the case. Sorry to step away for a moment. Our Benzie counterpart was asking us a question. But anyway, if we don't get those live reads taken care of, there won't be any dog treats for me at the end of this game, that's for sure.
I really don't want to count that one.
What?
I mean, I will because
Yeah.
I'm,
Fair, thank you. Fair and balanced. Nice person, that's why. And speaking of nice, got another nice run here, solid gain of 7 or 8. As Mortgage takes that one along for a ride.
Slipping and sliding.
Okay, ours were equally as bad there on that one.
I don't think that would be referenced for a dog pun or a husky pun.
Huskies pull dog sleds. You take a ride in a dog sled.
There's going to be a long pause for that one because I just want him to think about it.
What?
I just don't want to mark the point.
Oh. Wham. Don't give me a dog cry over there, Avery.
I'm not marking that one. We've used dog too many times.
Okay. It had cry attached to it. Anyway, as we get back to football, the thing we are here for, Raiders continue to march their way up the field. This time it'll be Kalen Titus getting the first down. And we got another couple of chats on the line. This sounds like my dad on the line saying, hey, work on the professionalism, please. Well, we've got good viewership, so I don't think people mind too much that we're joking around. Keeps things lively and hopefully get some laughs on the other end. That's what we're here for at the end of the day. Yes, high school sports, and yes, I'm trying to make a career out of this, but what's a career when you can't have a little fun? Twins, the top and bottom here in pistol formation. Another work up the gut here. Gain of about 4. We need more cowbell down there. Second and a short 6 coming up for the Raiders. 6 minutes to go in the game, which reminds me, we want to thank Martin Concrete. Looking for concrete work done right? Then look no further than Charlevoix's very own Martin Concrete. Concrete patios, footings, foundations, and so much more. But don't just take our word for it. See for yourself by visiting their website online at martinconcretecharlevoix.com. They are your concrete specialists. Raiders continuing the methodical march down the field by keeping the ground game strong. And that'll be Grayson Warchall. Yes, indeed. That's right. You reminded me earlier. It was Brady, his older brother, that wore the very same number last year. So.
And next we have Grey Gables. Grey Gables Restaurant and Catering takes pride in featuring a nuanced dining experience in Charlevoix since 1936. A modern twist on an elegant bliss awaits you as you set foot into Grey Gables, located on 308 Belvedere Ave. And if you want even more, you can ask them about their catering options for a special event, such as a grad party, wedding, or family get-together. Grey Gables of Charlevoix. In fact, I actually went to a grad party at Grey Gables, and the food was immaculate.
Been to a number of different events where they have catered. Never, ever a bad thing about their food, that's for sure. We're happy to have Grey Gables as one of our great community businesses. Warchall taking this one along yet again. Solid gain, probably about 7 or so. See where they mark it.
He's just a freight train, knocking down a few Benzie Huskies there before coming down eventually.
Warchall did a great job leading the pack through there and got the solid gain on first down for 7. Huskies are going to take a timeout. While they take that timeout, it's a great time to knock out our final 3 live reads of the night. First off, we have South Point Collision. It's football season in northern Michigan. That also means it's deer season. So if you, a family member, or your son or daughter happen to get a deer, not in the woods, but instead in the middle of the road, then head on into South Point Collision. I've been victim of a few deer crashes myself. Now, they'll take $100 off your auto repair simply by mentioning this ad. South Point Collision wants to keep the fun in football season and keep you on the road during deer season.
Next, we have Bartlett's Home Interiors. Celebrating 75 years of serving Northern Michigan, the best selection of furniture, flooring, Serta mattresses, and Hunter Douglas window treatments have been at Bartlett's. Bartlett's Home Interiors is the name you can trust for all your projects, big or small. See yourself at their 35,000 square foot showroom in Charlevoix or online at bartlettsinteriors.com.
I'm sure they've got a dog bed or two in Bartlett's as well.
I'm
for your
not
friends.
marking that down.
Okay.
This is an ad. This is not a football game.
That's all football related. What? It's all the game? We're just paying for our football coverage. Uh-oh, our light went up.
Uh-oh. There we go. We have this very handy-dandy light here in the press box that is keeping our paper ads at... Sorry, Shane's coughing over here. Keeping our paper that holds our ads lit so we're able to see it, which is very useful.
Just over 3.5 minutes to go, and the Raiders have another third down. Just still out there making a nice connection to Isaac Bentz. And that will penning the official spot here. Yep. Well, no, they went to switch to first down. They left it at fourth. It'll be fourth and about a dog's tail away from the line of game. I've been waiting for a long time to finally get the chance to use that one.
That's kind of why I threw my pencil there, because I wanted it to.
Oh, did you?
Yep. It's on the sheet that I have.
Is it?
It is. It's kind of chicken scratch, but you can see it.
Well, thankfully I don't cheat, so I haven't been looking your way.
I'm kind of convinced that he might be.
I'm not.
Oh. I mean, he's a little bit taller than me, so he can see over my head.
Well, that's not very hard to do.
I'm just okay. I was about to take back my past comment, but now I don't think I want to.
Sorry. What? Mrs. Kita. Oh, we're very nice. We're drilling up here to see who is the winner. And Avery, you've got another message there you can read from her.
Miss Tracy Kita came in and said, "Your puns are entertaining," with a smiley face emoji.
Well, we try. Wait a minute now. I saw you put a mark.
You said drooling, so
No, that was from your mom.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Well, I can't really erase it because it was the slash. It was the number 5 tally mark.
That's all right. I'll find something to fill it in before long.
Really?
Yeah.
Will you?
Yep.
I don't know about that.
Dog bowl isn't quite full yet, so I'm sure I can put something in it.
Well, I know that the Huskies are just frothing at the mouth to get there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait. I don't need to mark that one. I need to mark this one.
Deep kick here. Fielded by Gillison once again. Doing a bit of everything here on the team as we work down to our final 120 seconds. We want to thank the Villager Pub of Charlevoix. Villager Pub has been a cornerstone in downtown Charlevoix for over 40 years with their wide-ranging menu and eclectic atmosphere from a bygone era. It is a perfect place to bring your family, a date, or anyone to relax, unwind, and enjoy a tasty meal cooked and served by their experienced and friendly staff. Visit the Villager Pub today at 427 Bridge Street or visit them online at thevillagerpub.com. And that is that.
So unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, I have lost my lead in the puns.
You never had a lead. You might have tied it up.
I tied it up, but I'd like to think that that was a lead.
We had the 50-50 raffle winners come in here. Unfortunately, we don't have the money to give them. Whoop. We got to... There we are.
We might have a shout-out, but that's about it.
Yeah. "60 seconds left to go. The Raiders can smell the victory here."
I'm not marking that down. You've already won fair and square.
Okay. All right. Gillison, he's still putting in every single bit of effort that he can, no doubt about it. There's no quitting that dog, and I already said dog once before, so I'll just leave it alone. But he did get the first down and a few more.
I wish the viewers could see me because I'm completely shaking my head right now. Arms crossed, everything.
I got the true dad stance going.
Yep.
That's one thing that these Huskies... Oh, as they lose one there. A number of Raiders fall on it. Did Grayson Warchall get the possession? No, he did not.
I do not believe so.
Well, the refs said it was Charlevoix's ball.
I just don't know if it was Grayson that covered
No.
it. Let's see, who was it? Number 66. That was Casey Vondren on the recovery.
Yeah. So that will be the triumphant end to this game for the Raiders. Final score here. The Raiders, for the second week in a row, pitch a shutout. First week against Oscoda, 49-0. This time 42-0 on homecoming night in Benzonia. We're going to step aside for a quick commercial break and come back with our post-game thoughts. Stay tuned.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in Northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your Northern Michigan connection.
Bartlett's Home Interiors is your hometown home furnishing store, serving Northern Michigan since 1950. Your perfect fit is waiting for you here, among our large selection of furniture, flooring, Serta mattresses, and Hunter Douglas window treatments. Our experienced staff can help with the details that are important to you to transform your space. Come explore our 35,000 square foot showroom today, or visit us at bartlettsHomeInteriors.com. Bartlett's Home Interiors, where you're always at home. M66 North, Charlevoix.
Located in Charlevoix, Michigan, is Martin Concrete, where they specialize in residential concrete construction, providing high-quality concrete work and guaranteeing customer satisfaction. They're proud to serve Charlevoix and the surrounding areas. No job is too big or too small for Martin Concrete, with services ranging from concrete slabs, footings, driveways, retaining walls, and much more. There's nothing that Martin Concrete can't do regarding concrete. That's Martin Concrete, online at martinconcretecharlevoix.com, or give them a call at 231-838-9610.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back in to the, as we get the graphic pulled up, South Point Collision, Gray Gables, and Charlevoix State Bank post-game show. Shane Smith, Avery Keita, Isaac Dunson, and Emma Brown doing a wonderful job here, the four of us bringing you this game. Avery, pretty short and sweet post-game show wrap-up here. The Raiders took care of all the business that they needed to and then some, getting the 42-0 final score here in Benzie. We do have a couple of orders of business to take care of. First off, the Culver's Concrete Mixer Player of the Game Award will go to Garrison Sterrett. And who do you think takes the Charlevoix Agency of Insurance Play of the Game? What was that play?
I believe that the play of the game was going to also go to Garrison Sterrett on his amazing interception off the tip of Jacob Dorst.
Yeah.
So tip drill there, and he received it.
And that was one of the biggest plays for the Raiders to seal this game up. That was back in the first half. Yeah, and the Raiders never really lost control of this game. There was a couple of solid drives put together by Benzie, but the Raiders bowed their backs and stayed strong within the 20-yard line and took care of business here. Again, they've gone unscored upon the last two games, so we'll see what they can do next week. They'll be traveling down to Elk Rapids, so that'll be a combined broadcast between Elk Rapids crew and the Charlevoix crew. I don't know if I'll be on that game, so stay tuned, but I know for sure Eric Huffman will be on that, and you'll be in great hands with him. He does a phenomenal job with the Lake House of Charlevoix, and one of our great sponsors. Not only does he do a great job running that store, but does a great job taking care of all of our Elk Rapids broadcasts. Fine man indeed, and a fine piece of this next-level broadcasting company. So for all of us here, ladies and gentlemen, Avery, do you have any final words before we sign this one off?
Thanks for having me, Shane.
Thanks
it's been
for
a
coming
wonderful
along.
game.
All right, so to take care of that, we want to thank all of our sponsors once more. Charlevoix Barber, Martin Concrete, Charlevoix Auto, Jim Reel Ford, Professional Seamless Gutters, Traverse City Terry Capital Airport, Bingham Insurance, Villager Pub, Charlevoix State Bank, South Point Collision, Fresh Coast Sliders, Skydive, Charlevoix, Wilmot Electric, Swanson K&D, Charlevoix Agency Insurance, Sky, Media 45, The Lake House, Bartlett's Home Interiors, Ace Hardware, Spencer Bryan Realty, Great Lakes Asphalt, Gray Gables Restaurant and Catering, and last but not least, BC Pizza. All of our fine sponsors we want to thank for bringing this game to you, and we'll send it off here. For the four of us, once again, Isaac Dunson, Emma Brown, Avery Keita, and myself, Shane Smith. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and we hope to see you soon.
Today's game has been brought to you by Bingham Insurance Services, Charlevoix State Bank, Wilmot Electric, Charlevoix Auto, The Villager Pub, Swanson K&D, Traverse City, Cherry Capital Airport, Fresh Coast Sliders, Martin Concrete, Charlevoix Ace Hardware, Charlevoix Agency Insurance, Sky Media 45, The Lake House, South Point Collision, Bartlett's Home Interiors, Culver's of Charlevoix, Skydive Charlevoix, BC Pizza, Great Lakes Asphalt Services, Gray Gables Restaurant and Catering, Charlevoix Barbershop, Professional Seamless Gutters, Spencer Bryan with Pat O'Brien Real Estate, Ward Marina. We hope you are enjoying tonight's game.